How do you solve it? Square both sides. So you get x minus 2 equals 25. And then what? 2. So x is 27. Check the answer. 27 minus 2 is 25. Square 25. We did a good job. You will need to check your answers on radical equations. So this is some steps for solving radical equations. This would make a good note card, yes. I might not have made you write it today. I might have made you do it on the review day. I I'll do it when we're reviewing. I'll give you all of them. It's today at 2:40 in the afternoon. Come on today. You were predicting. That's all. My son says it's going to be a drag. Yeah,
you don't have any experience.
Change.
We can be both.
For change.
Maybe.
Okay. So, to solve a radical equation, just like absolute value or any other equation type that you can solve, the first thing you need to do is get the radical by itself. On the last one, and even on this one, they were already by themselves, but don't forget to do that step. If there's a number in front, divide by it. If there's a plus 5 at the end, subtract it, get the radical by itself. Raise both sides of the equation to the appropriate power. So if it's a square root, you square both sides. If it's a cube root, you cube both sides, whatever it would take to undo the radical. And solve for x. You always have to check your answer on these because you could get what are called extraneous solutions. That's just a fancy word for extra. But ones that aren't true. Just let you remember with absolute value equations, I got extras sometimes. Same thing on square root equations. Another example, this one's almost too similar to the Bell-Ringer, but we'll go ahead and work it. Square both sides. Add the 2. Divide by 3. So we get x is 9. Check it. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 minus 2 is 25. The square root of 25 is in fact 5, so we are good. Any questions at all?
So you don't do like you don't square the actual radicals, just like
square both sides. You can also do these graphics, which we will talk about. And you'd be wanting to know when it equals 0, I guess. You can do it. And you get it. Do you mean real?
No. Maybe no. Because when you what's mid oh.
Okay, let's try it. And we are going to, James mentioned, hey, we could also solve these graphically. Can you solve anything you want in your calculator?
Yeah.
How do you solve things in the calculator? Put one side in y1, one side in y2, and find the intersection. Correct? We can do that. So we're going to think about both of those things when we solve this one. But I'm going to start just doing it algebraically. Square both sides. Right? X equals 14. Everyone agree? Well, let's try it. Plug that in. 14 minus 5. What is 14 minus 5? What's the square root of 9? Try it in your calculator. What is the square root of 9? It's just 3. Check it in your calculator. It is not plus or minus 3. It is just 3. Right?
Right.
Isn't it only 3? Is that equal to negative 3?
No.
No. So what does that mean? No solution. Now let's talk about why. So graphically, if we were to graph x minus 5, right, it looks like that, right? Negative 3 is down here. Where do those intersect? They don't. No. I heard a lot of plus or minus. Let's side note because we need to make sure we really understand where that's coming from. X squared equals 9. How do you solve that? Square root both sides. Well, a square root only gives me a 3. So I compensate for that by saying, well, technically a negative 3 works also. So I put the plus or minus there. The square root does not put a plus or minus there. So square roots don't put pluses and minuses. That makes sense. When I'm solving a square equation, I put one there. Let's talk about why this happens now that you have knowledge from last Tuesday. Are square roots and squares true inverse functions? No, because a square is not one-to-one. Right? So that's why we have to do this for plus or minus thing, because you're missing the bottom half of that parabola. So random, more information than you need to know. But, in general, you might want to write this in your notes. A square root cannot equal a negative number. A square root cannot equal a negative number. Which Martin said that from the get-go. He looked at this equation and immediately before he did any work, he said, Miss King, I can't have an answer, can it? Square root can't be negative, so. And it's not going to cross the end. Okay, let's look at the next one. I'm going to solve it by hand. We're also going to solve it in the calculator. We'll do both. Check both. Step 1. Get the square root by itself. Is the square root by itself? It is. Square both sides of the equation. Anyone notice something I'm going to have to be careful about? That's what we have to be careful about. Yes, what does it mean to square something? To mean multiply it by itself, right? You're going to have to minus 7x and minus 7x.
That's when it's right.
Well, people do a lot of things wrong on that. But that's how you do it right. Subtract the x, add 1, getting 0 on one side. Why would I do that? Why would I get 0 on one side? That's how I solve quadratics. I can either factor or use a quadratic formula. This one does factor. Really. Factors at 50 to add to give me 15. So x is 10 and 5. What do I need to do with both of those two numbers? Plug them into the original, see if they work. So 10 and 5 are the answers maybe. I'm going to plug those into the original and check. 10 minus 1 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So I get 3 on the left. 10 minus 7 is 3. That works. 5 minus 1 is square root of 4 is, so I get 2 on the left. What's 5 minus 7? Negative 2. Does 2 equal negative 2? If you are tempted to say yes to that, then I'll trade you a negative bank account balance for your positive bank account balance. It's still a lot less equal numbers. Any questions about this? Now let's talk about solving it graphically. Get your calculator out. I want to make sure you can do that as well. So it's called an extraneous solution. We did everything right, but we came out with it wrong. That's why you always check your answer. That's right. Put the square root of x minus 1 in y1 and x minus 7 in y2. I want to see where they intersect. So, graph those. You probably notice it looks like it's pretty far to the right. In fact, if your window's negative 10 to 10, it may be too far to the right. How could you fix that? Change your window to x max of 15 or something like that so that you can see it. Some of you may be able to see it anyway. It is sitting right at 10.
Wait, when you put it in, x minus 7, you make it squared. No, change it to x minus 7.
Yep, the original in y1 and y2.
How do you
Math, I think it's number 4. Don't quote me on that, but math. Look under the math button. You see it? Is it number 4?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is everyone able to get that intersection in the calculator? I want you all to try that. I'm not going to keep working them in the calculator because I feel like you know how to do that, but I do want to occasionally do a check and make sure you know how to do that. Does anyone have a calculator question? Did we all try it? Did we all get the 10? And only the 10, right? So the calculator does not give you extra solutions. Only back in do you get extra solutions. What? This one. What's step 1? Get the radical by itself, right? There's a reason I put those steps. Questions so far? Cube both sides. Why would you cube both sides?
Evening.
Cubed is 27.
X equals 11.
This is 29.
Oh, it's 1.
29 minus 2 is 27. The cube root of 27 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. We did a good job. Any questions about that one? Good?
When you cube it, what would be negative 3?
Before I did any cubing, I got the radical by itself. So negative make sure that radical's by itself, otherwise you will mess up that sign. This one. What do I do? Cube both sides. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Then what?
Subtract 3.
And let's check it. Negative 11 plus 3 is negative 8. What is the cube root of negative 8? Can you take a cube root of a negative? Try it. You should. Cube root.
Yeah.
Cube root of negative 8 is negative 2. Remember, a cube root is a number multiplied by itself 3 times. Can you get a negative number if you multiply a number by itself 3 times? Yes. If it's negative, it will be negative. If not, it won't. So, no one said it, but last year when I worked this problem, someone at the beginning said, it's no solution, it equals negative. Be careful about that. Square roots can't be negative. Cube roots can. So, I put this one up here for that very purpose, so that you wouldn't. Don't make a shortcut mess you up. If when in doubt, try it. Solve it, see what it works. And what if by hand? What if you're still a little confused by hand?
Okay.
Check it in your calculator. Even if I tell you to work it out by hand, one side in Y1, one side in Y2, see where they intersect. And if they intersect more than once, make sure you find both. Okay, 2 more. Step 1. On those steps, what is step 1?
So what is the other side?
Get the radical by itself. There was a 4 with it, you have to move it. You cannot work these without moving. Any questions about that one so far? What am I going to do to both sides to get rid of the square root? And what do you have to do on that right hand piece? Foil. So this is the second one I've shown you like this. It's very common for people to mess that up, so be careful. So that in your notes, you have a binomial on the right, make sure you foil. If you have to cube it, you have to do x minus 4 times x minus 4 times x minus 4. Hopefully, well, always on calculator, but hopefully that might be with calculator. I'm going too fast on that foil, or y'all okay? The inner was negative 4x and the outer was negative 4x. Those combined to give you negative 8x. Subtract x, add 2. Both sides. If you want to do that in 2 steps, you can. Factors of 9, or factors of 18 add to 9. So x is 3 and 6. There is a very good chance that one of those doesn't work. There is a possibility that it won't work, but it's pretty rare. 6 minus 2 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, which is 6, so that's good. So the 6 works. Am I going too fast on that checking? You are welcome to use a calculator or on the checking. Plug it in both sides. The 3 minus 2 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. Is that equal to 3? No. So a 3 does not work. 6 works. 3 does not.
If you were to put that in the calculator, like to begin with, how would you just plus 4?
Where it is. Now that it will work either way, but to me, if I'm going to pick up a calculator, I'm going to use it to its fullest potential. At any step you're doing by hand, you could mess up. And so if I'm going to use a calculator anyway, I would go for original format. That way you're not messing up. Does that make sense?
So how would you enter that one?
So this would go in Y1
And then just
and Y2. Right here. Step 1, what do I do first? The 1 over. And then what? Raise both sides to the 4th power. Why a 4th power?
Because it's the fourth
And
root.
the 4th root. You have a question? Say that again. No. You don't have to graph it every time. There are 2 ways to solve it. There's graphically and algebraically. So you can solve it graphically, and where you go straight from the beginning. One side Y1 and one side Y2. Sometimes it'll take you longer to do it graphically. Other times it'll take you longer to do it by hand. This one is faster in calculator because it took quite a bit. This one, on the other hand, is pretty quick by hand. So we're getting both skills. That's what you just pick which one you want to use. 2 to the 4th power is 2 times 2, which is 4 times 2. 16. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 2 is 16. The 4th root of 16 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is in fact 1. Questions about that? Okay. This is one I'm not even going to show you by hand unless you just want me to. What makes this one hard by hand? There's 2 radicals, right? That's tricky. Would you agree with that? That's tough. So let's use our calculator, right? At some point, we're going to make a decision that this is not one I want to do by hand. If you had pre-AP Algebra 2, you saw this done by hand because there were times you didn't have calculators. But there is no time in college algebra that you don't have a calculator, so. So in Y1, I'm going to put the square root of x minus 3 minus the square root of x. Y2, I'm going to put 3. That'll be perfect. Thanks. If you look at the graph, they definitely don't intersect anytime soon. Do we agree with that? They may intersect, but not right here. So what do I need to do to see if they do intersect? Increase which part on my window? X max to something much bigger, because it's not anytime soon, right? So what'd y'all guess? 30 million. Let's try somewhere in between 30 and 30 million, maybe. Let's try 100 first. Still not there yet, right? You could go to your table and kind of put in some numbers to find out how big you need to get. If I try 100,000, I'm still negative. Do we agree? Still negative. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the 30 million.
But then speakers aren't gonna stop it.
Still negative.
Let's go. Oh,
It never.
Okay, it appears that they never intersect, doesn't it?
but they could.
Do they?
Bigger size.
So this is a no solution. Now, are all calculator problems easy?
No.
No. Anyone want to see me do this by hand?
Yes.
Before I finish, this is your homework. Thirteen problems. I think in this class, I think tomorrow's my last day. We got the chapter 4 review and chapter 4 test. No, we don't have to do all 8 of them. They're not all. Wait, to do this problem first, you have to get square root size. To do that, you have to FOIL. Then you have to get the radical by itself.
Saturday.
Right there, everyone watch, listen. Why would I stop right there? You can't have it negative. Right there, I know that this is
Miss King, can I go get Miss Thomas her certificate?